4 dangerous memory habits after 65, and the simple fixes that work. Spot and reverse daily behaviors that hurt memory. Have you ever walked into a room, stood there for a moment, and thought, wait, what did I come in here for? Or maybe you found yourself searching high and low for your reading glasses, only to realize they were on your head the whole time? If so, you're definitely not alone. These little lapses can be frustrating, even a little scary, especially as we get older. Now, let's be clear. Forgetting a name now and then or misplacing your keys doesn't mean something's wrong. But if these slips start happening more often, it's only natural to wonder, is this just aging or is there something I can do about it? The good news is, most of the time there is something you can do. In fact, many memory problems that show up after 65 aren't signs of something serious. They're often caused by small daily habits that we don't even realize are getting in our way. So in this video, we're going to talk heart-to-heart about 4 everyday habits that can quietly chip away at your memory, and most importantly, how to gently reverse them with some simple, powerful changes. You don't need to buy any fancy supplements or memorize complex routines. You just need a few easy shifts that can make a big difference. Let's start with the first habit, and this one might surprise you. It's not paying attention in the first place. Now I know that sounds a little blunt, but stick with me here. You see, many times when we say, I forgot, what we really mean is, I never truly noticed it to begin with. Maybe someone told you their name, but your mind was already somewhere else, thinking about dinner or that bill you forgot to pay. So when you go back to recall that name, your brain doesn't even have the memory stored properly. It's like trying to pull up a file on your computer that was never saved. And as we get older, the brain's ability to filter distractions gets a little weaker. We don't multitask as easily as we did in our 20s, and that's completely normal. But it means we need to be more intentional. The simple fix? Practice what I like to call single-task attention. When someone's speaking to you, pause for just a second. Look them in the eyes. Repeat their name back. Nice to meet you, Carol. That small action helps your brain encode the name more deeply. And when you put your keys down, say it out loud. Keys are on the kitchen counter. You might feel silly at first, but these tiny moments of mindfulness can help your memory stay sharp and focused. Alright, let's talk about another sneaky habit. Doing the same things every day without changing it up. Think about it. When was the last time you tried a new hobby, took a different walking route, or learned a new recipe? After 65, it's easy to fall into routines. And while routines can feel comforting, even grounding, they don't always challenge the brain in the ways it needs to stay strong. You know that saying, use it or lose it? Well, it's true for your muscles and your mind. The brain is like a garden. If you stop planting new seeds, nothing fresh will grow. Repeating the same tasks every day, same breakfast, same TV shows, same conversations, gives your brain very little to work with. And when it's not being stretched or stimulated, those memory muscles start to slack. Now, I'm not suggesting you change your whole life or give up the comforts you enjoy. Just try mixing in a little novelty. Maybe it's as simple as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Or taking 5 minutes to learn one word in another language each morning. Or joining a local club where you meet new people and hear new ideas. These small, fun challenges help the brain build new connections, keeping it alert and more capable of storing and retrieving memories. You might be thinking, well, that sounds nice, but I'm not a crossword puzzle kind of person. And that's totally okay. Brain stimulation doesn't have to look like homework. It can be music, dancing, gardening, painting, storytelling, anything that lights you up and makes you think in a slightly new way. The key is to keep curiosity alive. Curiosity is like fertilizer for your brain. It helps grow new neural pathways, which are the very highways your memories travel on. And you know what else? These little efforts don't just help your memory, they help your mood too. Trying something new can bring a sense of excitement, purpose, and even joy. It reminds us that we're still growing, still evolving, still living. No matter our age, that's something to celebrate. Now that we've touched on paying deeper attention and breaking out of autopilot routines, let's keep going. There's another habit that often gets overlooked, and it's hiding in plain sight. It's hiding in plain sight. It's something many of us start doing more of as we get older, and we don't even realize how much it affects our memory. I'm talking about spending too much time alone and not having enough meaningful conversations. Now, don't get me wrong, alone time is valuable. A quiet afternoon with a good book or a walk through the park can be peaceful and restorative. But when alone time turns into isolation, especially when days go by without truly connecting with someone, that's when it can start to hurt our brains. You see, conversation isn't just about being social. It's actually a powerful mental workout. When you chat with someone, your brain is doing a dozen things at once. Listening, interpreting, remembering, reacting, responding. is one of the best ways to keep your memory engaged. But if we spend too many hours in silence with only the TV or radio in the background, those brain circuits start to quiet down. It doesn't have to be deep or dramatic. Even a light conversation with the cashier at the grocery store or a friendly wave and a few words to your neighbor can keep those mental gears turning. And when you get the chance for longer talks, maybe a call with your grandchild or a visit with an old friend, lean into those moments. Ask questions. Share stories. These simple interactions feed your brain in ways you might not realize. If mobility or distance makes socializing harder, that's where technology can step in. You don't have to be a tech wizard to make a video call or send a voice message. There are even friendly communities online, book clubs, hobby groups, spiritual gatherings, where people your age are connecting every day. It might feel a little strange at first, but once you find a rhythm, it becomes a lifeline. And here's something even more beautiful. When we connect with others, we're not just protecting our memory, we're building emotional strength too. That sense of being seen, heard, and valued can lift your spirits and give you energy that no pill or vitamin can match. So the next time you're tempted to stay quiet for the whole day, challenge yourself. Reach out. Say hello. Share something. Connection is memory's best friend. Now let's move to the next habit, and this one might surprise you the most because it feels like the opposite of what we're usually told. It's the habit of getting poor sleep and brushing it off like it's no big deal. You might think, I've never been a great sleeper, or, a few hours is good enough for me. But here's the truth. Sleep is absolutely essential for memory. Think of it like this. Your brain spends the day collecting information, experiences, thoughts, emotions, and at night it needs time to sort, file, and store all of that properly. If you're not getting quality sleep, it's like leaving your desk covered in loose papers. No wonder things get misplaced. And it's not just about how many hours you're sleeping, it's also about how deep and restful that sleep is. Interrupted sleep, restless nights, or dozing off in front of the TV don't offer the same benefit as steady, uninterrupted rest. Unfortunately, as we get older, our sleep cycles naturally change. We may wake more easily or have trouble falling asleep in the first place. But here's the fix, and it's simpler than you might think. Create a bedtime routine that tells your brain, it's time to wind down. That might mean turning off bright lights an hour before bed, avoiding news or stressful shows in the evening, or sipping a warm, caffeine-free drink like chamomile tea. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. If you find your mind racing at night, try writing down your thoughts in a small notebook, just to get them out of your head. And if you're someone who likes to nap during the day, that's okay. Just try to keep naps short and early so they don't steal sleep from your nighttime hours. A 20-minute nap can be refreshing, but a 2-hour afternoon snooze might make it harder to sleep when it really counts. If sleep is something you've struggled with for years, it might be worth chatting with your doctor. Sometimes underlying issues like sleep apnea or medications can mess with your rest more than you realize. Don't be shy about bringing it up. Getting good sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about protecting your brain, your memory, and your overall well-being. So if you've been staying up late with the TV on, tossing and turning all night and telling yourself, I'm used to it, now's the time to give yourself the gift of better rest. Your brain will thank you. Let's take a moment to reflect. So far, we've talked about how memory slips after 65 aren't just a normal part of aging, they're often connected to simple habits we can change. Whether it's not truly paying attention, getting stuck in routine, feeling isolated, or shortchanging your sleep, each of these habits can sneak into your day without warning. But here's the good news. Change is always possible no matter what age you are. And the fixes we're talking about? They're gentle. They're realistic. They work with your life, not against it. You don't need to transform overnight. You just need to take one step and then another. Now, there's still one more powerful habit we need to talk about, one that many people do every day without realizing how much it hurts their memory. It's time to shine a light on it. It's time to shine a light on it, and it's something so common, so everyday that most people don't even question it. The final habit that quietly chips away at your memory is skipping movement and staying too sedentary. Now, before you worry that I'm about to tell you to run a marathon or join a gym, let me stop you right there. This has nothing to do with extreme workouts or complicated routines. It's about the simple truth that our brains thrive on movement, and when we stop moving, the brain begins to slow down too. You see, physical movement increases blood flow. And blood flow brings oxygen, nutrients, and energy to your brain. It literally nourishes your memory center, especially an area called the hippocampus, which is key for storing new memories. So when we sit for long periods, watching TV, reading, or scrolling, day after day, that flow slows down. And the brain? It starts to get a little foggy. Now, the fix here is wonderfully straightforward. Gentle, regular movement. That's it. You don't have to do jumping jacks in your living room or break out into a sweat. Even a 5-minute walk around the block, or standing up and stretching every hour, can help reset your brain and sharpen your thinking. Try dancing to a favorite song in the kitchen. Do light gardening. Take the stairs instead of the elevator when it feels safe. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. And if balance or joint pain is a concern, seated exercises and chair yoga are excellent options. What matters most is that you move your body in a way that feels good for you. When you do, your brain wakes up, your mood lifts, and your memory has a better chance to thrive. Even better, movement often helps with sleep, improves mood, and increases energy, all things that, as we've talked about, play a big role in memory health. It's all connected. So if you've been putting off movement because it feels overwhelming, start small. 1 minute is better than none. And small steps often lead to bigger ones. Now let's take a breath and bring all this together. You've just explored 4 habits that many people over 65, maybe even you, live with every single day. Not paying close attention, sticking to the same routine, feeling isolated, and moving too little. At first glance, these may not seem like memory killers, but over time they quietly build up. They can make you feel foggy, forgetful, and even doubtful of yourself. But here's the beautiful truth. You can change every one of them. Not through force, not through pressure, but through small, intentional choices, made each day with care. You can train your brain to pay better attention, simply by slowing down and being present in the moment. You can give your memory a workout by trying new things, stepping outside the comfort zone just a little. You can connect with others, even in small ways, and feed your mind through meaningful conversations. And you can bring your brain to life by moving your body, gently and joyfully. None of these changes require perfection. You won't get it right every time. But that's not the point. The point is to stay aware, to keep showing up, to keep choosing growth even in small doses. And let me say this, just because you're over 65 does not mean your best years are behind you. In fact, this can be one of the richest, most powerful seasons of your life, especially when you feel clear, energized, and in control of your memory. Don't let fear define this chapter. Let choice define it. You are not broken. You are not stuck. You are not too old to improve. You're simply human, and humans are always capable of learning, adapting, and thriving. That includes you. If this video helped you feel a little more hopeful, or gave you a new idea to try, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment and share your story, your challenges, your wins, even your questions. You never know who might read your words and feel a little less alone. And if you found this helpful, consider clicking the like button. It really helps this video reach more people who may need it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you'd like more simple, uplifting videos just like this one, made especially for you. Take care of yourself. Protect your peace. Nurture your memory. And remember, you're not fading. You're evolving. Here's to living your best life at any age. And I'll see you in the next video.